What's going on, guys? It's Dave here, back again for another video. And today, and pretty much yesterday, all up in the news is all about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, it's no news to us as Real Madrid fans about Carvajal's injury problems this season. Especially, I think he's going to be out for the whole season. So it's looking bleak, especially for Madrid. And on that side in particular, because yes, we can try and shoehorn Lucas Vazquez into that position all we want, or try and put Valverde in that position all we want, but we know that Valverde is best suited in that midfield role that he does all so well. So, the myth about Trent Alexander-Arnold, is he as bad defensively as people think he is? And in comparison to Lucas Vazquez, I don't think he is. I think Trent is miles ahead defensively of Lucas Vazquez. I think Lucas Vazquez pretty much tries to do the same thing and emulate the same thing as Trent does, especially overlapping on the wings, but fails miserably on many, many occasions. I think Trent is miles ahead of him, especially his passing ability, his accuracy, his crossing ability will be something that Real Madrid would take in an absolute heartbeat. I think personally he would be a great addition to that back four, and with Carvajal trying to be phased out probably in the next season or two, I think Trent is going to be the guy to replace him naturally. And we've been hearing it all over the news. Even Steve McManaman came out and said, obviously after he left Liverpool, he kind of felt like a fraud, but he won the Champions League, but he said he felt like a fraud. And I don't think that's the case, to be honest. Steve McManaman is one of Real Madrid's, I think, all-time brilliant players, especially in the role that he filled. Very skillful, excellent passer of the ball, could do so many things, and is one of the most naturally gifted English players that I've seen. And likewise with Trent, I think he is one of the most naturally gifted, especially the passing ability that he has as a player could fill any shoes in that Real Madrid starting 11, especially Carvajal's, because Carvajal, his experience, his natural gift for defending, his natural gift also for being a brilliant captain, if obviously a de facto captain, if there is one in that back line, is absolutely incredible. And he is one of the best players I have seen in a Real Madrid shirt over the past decade or so, because you know what? He has done so many things in the Champions League finals, if you count the international team as well, Spain. But obviously I want to stick to Madrid more here. But overall, any team that he goes into, he performs. And Real Madrid is definitely one of them. Definitely one of them. And I would like to see Alexander-Arnold try and replicate that and maybe improve his defensive ability whilst being at Madrid. And if that's our next target, then we're going to go for him. I think we need to strengthen that defensive backline, the depth of our defensive line as well, because we can't be relying on Lucas Vazquez forever. That's impossible. I mean, I said Frimpong back in the day, I think he would have been a good addition, but Trent, his experience, obviously he's won it all with Liverpool, and his experience, I think, will become a very, very good asset to this Real Madrid team. But obviously he defensively lacks, we know that. But like I said in the beginning, is it a myth? Maybe, who knows? It depends what kind of team he fits into, because I think the midfield, especially with Valverde, and if you put Tchouaméni or Camavinga and you put Bellingham there, who are naturally box-to-box players, I think they can help out defensively as well. And we need a very good defensive midfielder that can also replicate that, because that obviously screening of the back four is very, very important to us. And if we screen the back four well, then it allows Trent to overlap on that right-hand side. Depending where Rodrigo goes, who knows? I'm not sure where Rodrigo will go. But if he does decide to stay at Madrid, especially after the summer, then Trent Alexander-Arnold and him will have an absolute field day with a lot of these La Liga teams because they won't see it coming, especially with Trent's, again, like I mentioned again and again, his passing ability and crossing it into the likes of Mbappe and crossing into quick players, maybe a lofted ball over the top, quick players, Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo, Bellingham just in behind. He'll be an excellent addition. Excellent addition. And we see him with Liverpool. Sometimes Trent is the best player on the field, but he goes underplayed a bit because of his position. Nobody remembers the right back in a game, to be honest. Let's be honest. And Conor Bradley, again, he showed us why he's a natural replacement for Trent. And Trent, I think, will be a natural replacement for Carvajal because that's how it is, guys. Sometimes a player sees that one of the youth players are coming through and he's saying, okay, maybe I'm going to be replaced. So if he is thinking like that, and there's no secret that obviously everybody wants to see Trent at Real Madrid in a Madrid shirt, then I don't see where else he can go. Honestly, I don't see where else he can go because we're looking for experienced defenders. And if we look for experienced defenders, then Trent will be the guy. And then obviously next up, like I said, a CDM. We need that CDM because, yes, Tchouaméni can do a job. But you know what? I don't see Tchouaméni lasting too long in this team because sometimes he's a bit clumsy. Sometimes he doesn't do what he needs to do in a match, and it frustrates me sometimes because he's technically brilliant, Tchouaméni, yeah? And we've seen him before. His shooting ability is crazy, but he never gets the opportunity to do so. Same as Valverde. Valverde, I think, is a more adapted player to Real Madrid's system, especially with Ancelotti here. And who knows how long Ancelotti will last here as well. So we're looking to the next phase of this team, this Real Madrid team. And if we don't win the Champions League this season, then we want to see the next season and try and phase in players that will help the team progress well and win more honours. And it's up to Perez to think of who will be the next people to come through, the next players to come through that can help bolster this squad. And yes, we have obviously recruited wisely, especially with the lack of attack, I would say, after Benzema left. Then obviously Mbappe was the natural player. He's not so much of a number 9, but he's gradually getting there. Yes, towards at the beginning of the season, he wasn't performing to the best of his ability. We know that. And Vini has not performed to the best of his ability this season. But once they kick into gear, I think after January, I think we'll see a different Real Madrid completely. And we need to realize how well Real Madrid perform after the winter break, because they just go on crazy runs sometimes. We saw it obviously last year in the Champions League. Yes, obviously results favoured our way. We did have horrible performances against the likes of Leipzig and obviously Man City and so forth, but we got through those games. Let's be honest. Like Man City pinned us back, completely pinned us back, but we got through it. And we ended up in the final. We beat a decent Bayern Munich, and then we beat a decent Dortmund side. So there are certain things in Real Madrid, when they get to those latter stages, we need great players. And I think Alexander-Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold will be one of them. If we can't recruit him in the winter, then just go for him in the summer. And then Carvajal, I think he will be, after this injury, I don't think he'll be fighting fit completely. And if he is, then it's just going to be competition between them two. But if Carvajal sees somewhere else that he wants to go, then gracefully let him go, because he's been an absolute outstanding player for this club. Outstanding. This guy, unbelievable. Yeah. And for the natural phasing out of this player, we need to get a brilliant like-for-like replacement. Maybe not so much defensively, but in the attacking front, Trent could be an improvement there. And maybe he just needs to learn his defensive craft a little bit more, and then we can see Trent Alexander-Arnold become one of the best right-backs in the world or possibly the best right back in the world for the foreseeable future. That's me, guys. Much appreciated. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you next time. It's time to end the stream. Take care.